One of the biggest things in music is, now that I'm going to go into the theory part of this section, is that we are going to talk about dynamics. And I already got a little bit into it. But pretty much, you're keeping yourself straight with the right amount of emotion, and your leg is slightly bent. Now, the only way to get a good vocal singing is hydration with water, good understanding of every part of theory in choir, music, and anything else to do with singing, such as quarter notes, rest, whole notes, and half notes, and a few other different types of notes. Each of these notes are pretty much very understandable and very common, but they're also used to help you in the music, such as swing eighths, where some people, they sing, and it goes like maybe, and I'm seeing you there, or something like that. That's pretty much swing, because you're swinging your note, so it sounds like there, kind of like that. Speaking of stuff, in choir, now that I'm finally back with my voice, one of the songs we were singing, and all my choir friends, if they saw this, will be basically saying, wow, thanks for reminding us. But we're going to be singing, I forgot the name of the song, but it's basically from Shakira, and it's a good song that basically has a few different types of, according to one of my friends, 3 different types of languages: English, African, and Spanish. And basically, it's really, really hard to pronounce. But in different types of music, you have to say it like it's language, where it sounds just perfect and it sounds pure. But when it sounds pure, it's pretty much very, very faint in some parts of the music, depending on what you have. What was I going to say now? But yeah, I'm happy I'm back. And when I'm a little bit more not tired, I will talk more about this, and everything should work. We've already covered mouth. Facial mouth expressions. We've already done forehead expressions. We've already done how you're supposed to look when you're about to sing. Me, I'm not really doing what you would be doing. But basically, when you sing, depending if you're sitting or standing, I'd rather say you'd stand. Don't walk your legs. Bend a little bit. It's part of singing. You have to do it. And get your arm, and this is what you would do. You would do it that way. So, pretend you're slouching. You go up, and then you go from there, and you're bringing your, what's it called? Your, shoulders up, and you're putting it into a 3 o'clock position. If you're thinking of a clock. And once you're like that, it hurts in here on the chest, but that's the best way to sing, especially when you are breathing. Is where you want to be breathing. One of the warm-ups you could do if you are still starting out in singing is this one. Ha! Wait, no, not ha. Ha, 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 ha. I'm not exactly singing it, but basically it would be ha, ha, ha. And you'd shout it out. It helps with the skips on different type of songs, and it's a good warm-up. It gets you ready to sing. Another warm-up that a lot of people do in choir and in different types of singing is called Bumblebee, or where somebody will make a random type of sound, and you're going to have to basically think of that sound and copy it, such as, let's say, your singing teacher, or maybe if you have somebody that helps you with singing, tells you to do this. Maybe they go tsk, 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 tsk. You'd have to repeat it, what they just did. Now, depending on... Oh my gosh, that sounded bad. Now, depending on what your singing ability is, they will basically help you and make you go as fast as you can and breathe great, and then they'll tell you how to pronounce it. Such as one of these songs in a different language, Agnus Dei. If you take out the G, you're going to laugh. But the G is kind of faint. It's kind of silent. So it's Agnus Dei is one of the songs that most people, think about in Latin. That was a Latin song. But when you think about when you think about Latin music, they have a lot of those slurs. Well, not really slurs, but it depends on the song. But sometimes they have a lot of those slurs, and the language is different, so it's a different pronunciation. As most people would go Agnus Dei. Agnus Dei. And you're basically facial expressing it. And, once you get that down, you've got your singing basis down. I'll kind of explain it more into this, most likely. Either I will, what's it called? Either I will put it down in the comments bar, not comments bar, but the description bar, or I might put it in one of the comments bar for everybody to look at. Anyways, nice talking to you guys. And I call it and it's nice to be back. Anyways,